Today I'm going to show you how to take a picture of yourself with hair and turn it into a picture of yourself that is bald. So first you need to take a picture. Then you're going to upload it to your computer. I do this just by sharing it to my Google Drive and then going into my Google Drive from my computer and downloading it. Once you're done with that, you should have a folder down here at the bottom with downloads, and you'll see here's a picture of me with hair. This is what it's going to turn into, picture of me without hair. It started off like this one with the background. I'm going to show you how to take out the background. So go to a website called Remove BG. This is a free website that removes the background from any image. We go to my folder of downloads. I find my picture that I took of me and I drop it into Remove BG. And you'll see it removes the background. It's really effective. If you don't like it, you can click on this erase or restore, and you can erase even more or add things that it accidentally deleted. Once you're done with that, with the free version, you can download this fairly decent resolution picture. If you want a better resolution, you can upgrade, pay for it, and use this one. So I'm going to download this one. And then I'm going to go into Photopea. Photopea is a web-based app. It acts a lot like Photoshop, except it's free and it's a lot lighter on your computer, so you can run it on Chromebook. I'm going to go into my downloads. I'm going to find the one that I just took the background away from. It's any one of these. I've done this several times. Then I'm going to take this out, just drop it in Photopea. Now I'm ready to start. Couple things I'm going to show you. First, how to zoom in. Down here we have a magnifying glass. If you click on this, you're going to get this plus and minus. If you want to zoom in, you just click on it with the plus. If you want to zoom out, go to the minus. Or you can just be in a normal mode. This is where you just select or move. If you're in this mode, you can hold down the Alt button and then scroll with your mouse, and it's going to zoom in on whatever you're pointing at. So here I am zoomed in. Another thing that's going to help you out a lot is moving. You can move it just by using this hand, or you can hold down your space bar and just drag the picture around and it'll move. And then we are going to use three tools over here on the side. We're going to use the erase tool. This one just goes over here and you can erase parts of the picture. You can change the brush size. If you look at the circle on my forehead right now, you can make it smaller by pressing the bracket on your keyboard. That is the button next to your P. There's a bracket on the left that's going to make it smaller. Bracket on the right that's going to make it larger. And you can use that to, if I want to get something really small, like here by my ear, I hold down Alt, I zoom in, then I make the brush really small. And I can go down to 1 pixel, delete 1 pixel at a time. Or I can zoom out, Alt, and scrolling out, make my brush bigger. And I could delete something really big like this. If you ever make a mistake, just hit Control Z. That backs up 1 step. That's also going to be really useful to know. Besides the erase tool, you're going to use something called the clone tool. And on mine, you can't see it, but it's right here. If I right click on this brush, a drop down menu comes up, and I'm going to go down to where it says clone tool and click on clone tool. Then I go over here and I find a piece of my face that has pretty clear skin, I'm going to make my brush a little bit smaller. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically clone this part of my skin and I'm going to put it up here. So the way you do this, I'm going to start down here, and then when you click on it, it's going to tell you select clone source by clicking on Alt or K and then clicking. So I'm going to hold down my Alt button. I'm holding down Alt, and then I click, and now I have the clone source selected. And now I can take this part of my forehead and I can put it anywhere. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to just clone that skin just like this. Going to let go, clone again. I kind of like to let go often because then if I mess up, I can hit Control Z and I can back up just a tiny bit. Okay, once I'm done with this middle part of my forehead, which is, pretty light, I'm going to move over here where it's a little bit darker skin. Hold down my Alt, click again, and now I'm going to use this little bit darker skin to clone over here. Let go. Okay, and you'll see it doesn't match perfectly. I mean, you can obviously see where I started and stopped. Don't worry about that for right now. On the very, very right of this, I'm going to hold down Alt again, click. And there's not a lot of room here, so I'm just going to click, let go, click, let go, click, 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 click. Okay, then over here on the very left, I'm going to hold down my Alt and get this part of my forehead, or this, cover up this part of my hair. Make my brush a little bit smaller for this detail work. Okay, there are other ways to do this. They look better, but in my opinion, they're pretty complicated. I'm teaching junior high, and for a beginning class, this is a good start just so people can see what this program can do. Okay, we have some issues here. We have dark skin right next to light skin. It doesn't look natural. So we are going to go over here to this Band-Aid. This is the healing brush tool. If it doesn't have the Band-Aid with the asterisk next to it, you can right click on this and find it. So I'm going to click on this one, the Spot Healing Brush tool. And I'm going to go over here, and you can make the brush bigger or smaller again. I'm just going to click on any spot that looks bad. Like this is great to cover up blemishes or scars or wrinkles. So right here where you can see I have dark right next to light, I'm just going to put my mouse there, click, and you can see it cleans that up a little bit. The downside of this is if you click on it too much and then zoom in on your skin, it looks kind of just like blurry skin. But it's great for a low resolution picture. Okay, now I have a picture of me with no hair, but my head is way too big. So I'm going to go over here to the erase tool, and then I'm going to make my brush smaller. And now I'm going to try to shape the top of my head so it's not so big. I'll do a little bit at a time. See how that looks. Keep in mind, you covered up most of your hair. Your hair is bigger than your head. So you're going to delete a lot of the outside part. Okay, you can zoom in, make the brush smaller. Zoom out. Zoom in over here. Try to clean it up a little bit. Hold on to the space bar and move my head. Move the picture. Kind of round this off. And I'm not looking for perfection here, but I'm looking for something. I would like it to look pretty realistic from about 6 feet away. So if I zoom out to 100%, and then I just step away from my desk about 6 feet, if that looks pretty realistic, that's good. And what I have here, I think that looks really good. So the next step to this project would be to add hair. The goal isn't to make everybody bald, it's to let people see what they would look like with different hairstyles. Some students might want to see themselves with different color hair, or they might have an anime character that they really like and they want to see what they look like with that hair. Or they can swap hair with friends or whatever. So when you're done, when you get to this point, there's two ways that we're going to save it. We are going to go to File and Save as PSD. This is a Photoshop file. If you have layers over here, it's going to save all the layers. It's going to let you edit it later on. So I'm going to save this as a PSD. I'm going to call it Handsome Bald. Then you can see I've saved it before. Save that. And then if I want to use it in a project, I could go File, Export As, and either PNG or JPEG are both really common file types to use for images. I'm going to use a JPEG. It's called Handsome Bald. Save. Okay, now I've saved it twice. If I go in here, I think this is it. Or this one. You see, I can always change the view, go to details, change it by date modified. So this is the one I just did. Now I can import that into other projects, or if I want to add a background, I can open up this one again and I can add a background. This one right here is the one that I would use to add hair to. And that's it for this project. Good luck, have fun.